I know we assigned it yesterday, but we do need to take some notes on it. Luckily, we talked about most of it.
Yes, we did.
Adjacent angles and linear pairs.
What is it?
Adjacent angles and linear pairs. The word adjacent itself usually means beside, right? The adjacent street over there, or the adjacent building needs to be beside. The thing about it is, it's not quite that simple in geometry. I'm going to draw you 3 examples here. And unfortunately, in every case, you could probably justify the word beside for all 3 of them. Only one of these are adjacent angles. Which one?
Do we say it out loud?
Nah.
Oh yeah.
What do you want us to?
No, I'd like some of us to start writing down our notes, please. Have you already written this down?
Gotcha.
Can you use a Sharpie?
Huh?
No, use a Sharpie.
Can you sure?
No. Anybody, which one?
The farthest right.
Nope.
It's the one in the middle one.
That one right there. Those are the only ones that are adjacent angles. Adjacent angles must share a common side and vertex.
Hey, you know this shit. What's the?
Quiet, please. Now, in the first example, do they share a common side? They've got this side in common, don't they?
Yeah.
In the last example, do they share a side or a vertex?
No.
They don't. Here, though, they share the vertex and what?
The side.
A side. Therefore, they are what?
Adjacent.
These are adjacent. So there's more to it than just saying they're beside each other, but in essence, you're not going to see hardly any pictures that look like this or look like this. Yes? That's why he's lots of notes. Other concept of this is linear pair. Oh well. Linear pair. What is a linear pair, guys?
A pair.
I'm going to say
that's
2
aligned.
angles that
Share a line.
form a straight line. Okay. If I was to draw this angle, how would I I need to draw the next angle for it to draw a straight line? Let's call this angle 1. How would I need to draw angle 2? Yes, sir.
Drawing going straight down?
Extend this side, you mean?
Yes.
Everybody see this? See how they together, angle 1 and angle 2 create a what?
Straight line.
So what do you know the measure of that angle right there is?
180.
180 degrees. You'll use this over and over and over and over again. If it's a straight, that's one of, I've said before that you can't, just because something looks like it's a 90-degree angle, you have to be told or it has to be labeled that way. It might be 89.5-degree angle, right? The one thing they do let you assume by the picture in geometry is when you have a what type of line?
Straight.
So that's a straight line, right?
Yes, sir.
If I was to draw another ray right there, what do you think angle 1 and angle 2 add to?
180.
They add to what? 180 degrees. That's an easy concept, isn't it? Everyone needs to look up here. Don't work on the assignment. So here I could say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 is equal to what?
180 degrees.
You guys okay with that?
Yes.
What about here? Measure of angle 1 plus what? Measure of angle 2 would equal what?
180 degrees.
Everybody okay there? Now, would this confuse you if I did this? See if you can write me a statement for this one. What do you think you could write with this example?
M1 plus M2 plus...
Not M.
Wait, angle 1.
No.
Measure
What does
of
the M
angle
mean?
1.
What word? Remember, those things are abbreviations, so when we say it, we can say the word, but when we write it, we don't have to write the word, because that takes forever, right? That's a good way to think about a lot of things we write, right? So when you say it, when you use that inner monologue and you say it to yourself, it'll help you so much if you say what? Because M angle 1, if you think about it, I'm not trying to embarrass you, give you a hard time, because I know that every single other person just about in this classroom probably won't admit it, but that's probably what they say in their mind. Because you guys have been trained to say what you see, right? You know, you're reading it, so that's an M. I'm trying to train you to read what to yourself there? Measure, and then say angle 1. Because it makes more sense. It's the measure of it. It's not the angle. It's how big it is. So here, the measure of angle 1 plus what?
Measure 82
Plus what?
Measure 3 equals 180.
You're exactly right.
So probably.
So, could we make some pretty interesting problems?
Yes.
Because see, this is the one thing, from this point on, they're not going to necessarily, from this point on, they won't tell you when it's a straight line that they make a what? Linear pair. From this point on, what do you think I could say here?
The measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 plus measure of angle 3 plus measure of angle 4 plus measure of angle 5 equals 180.
I mean, when it's all said and done, it kind of halfway seems complicated, but is it really?
No.
No. Guess what? They'll throw ones like this in there too.
Let's no.
What two statements do you think I could say here? What do you think about this one? What about that? A big thing that you guys need to learn how to do in geometry is to learn how to just kind of get rid of something in your mind. In other words, what I mean is, look at that picture, but only look at that. What could I say?
Measure of angle
2
2
plus
plus
measure
measure of
of
angle
3
3
equals 180.
What about if I looked at it like that?
Measure of angle 1 plus measure of angle 2 equals 180.
Right. That's not so bad, is it?
No.
But it is
It's horrible
important,
now.
isn't it? But, you know, in your mind, if you can
It's
kind of
hard.
see the straight line, you can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
So here I could say the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals what? 180, and the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 3.
Equals 180.
Oh, no, the measure of angle,
Two.
measure of angle 2 plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. Now, is there anything else you think I could say?
Measure angle
One,
one,
2, and 3.
Plus
The measure of angle 1
3.
plus the measure of angle 3 is equal to 180. Does anyone know why?
Because the one is
it-
still that line,
yeah.
it's just on a different side.
This is, both of these are the same amount. Well, no, they're not necessarily equal to 180. The measure of angle 1 is equal to the measure of angle 3. I'm sorry, that was absolutely incorrect. And these are called vertical angles. Anytime two lines intersect, the opposite angles are,
Vertical.
and they are said to be
Vertical.
same. Okay? All those things you need to be able to look at something and see. All right, think we can do this assignment now?
Yep.
Okay,
Good.
should already have the assignment. I know I was absent yesterday, I wanted to talk about it for a little bit, but I also want to give you some time to